Welcome back, and this is Republic TV's super exclusive report, which once again exposes Congress to the hilt as far as defense deals during their regime is considered. Remember, in continuation to those exclusive details, remember we got to you yesterday of the CAG report on UPA's Boeing spy plane deal. We told you that the higher bidder was picked by the UPA. Today, Republic TV will tell you, in fact, more detailed and exclusive documents, what they mean, and how UPA may have compromised the national security on two major defense deals. The CAG report on Navy points at how UPA's purchase of Boeing did not end up helping the Navy. It adds up that these planes meant for secret missions could be tracked even on public websites, which is a grave security threat. And another CAG report brought to us by our senior news editor, Shravan, who is joining us on this special broadcast, points out at how Russian firm got away because of UPA's administrative tardiness. Was this, Shravan, UPA's administrative tardiness that appears on surface, or there was something more to it? Explain to our viewers what is this all about. The discrepancies pointed out by the CAG report.
Well, Sakal, this is the CAG report that Republic TV has accessed. Now, this particular audit report is specifically dedicated to the Army. They've gone into details with regards to the contracts that were basically handed out over the last couple of years. This is still, the audit was done till 2017. Now, this particular audit report with regards to the Army is specifically with regards to a contract that was basically signed by the UPA government. Now, this was with regards to the fact that the missile, what we are basically calling it a missile scam right now. In this particular audit, what becomes very evident is that there was a deliberate delay that was made with regards to the letter of credit that was basically given to this particular Russian company. Now, how exactly this happened and who exactly made the money here? Remember, as far as this Russian company is concerned, the Ministry of Defense has been dealing with this company for a while now. Remember, they have got arms and ammunition from this particular Russian company, which has now basically been audited by the Comptroller and Auditor General. But remember, with this particular contract that was signed by the UPA government, the Auditor General makes it very clear that there was an administrative tardiness, and that is the reason why the government has basically actually seen losses, and that is the reason why they say that this was actually raised with the Ministry of Defense. However, there's been no response that has come in as yet. They were waiting for a response really coming in as to why there was this particular delay, which led to losses. And this losses, we're talking about 3 times more that the Ministry of Defense has actually lost. And this is exactly what has been pointed out in this particular report that has now been prepared by the Comptroller and Auditor General.
Shravan, also the point that this could have led to a bigger compromise as far as national security is considered. If you could explain on those lines also, because you just mentioned that the UPA at that point in time paid 3 times the amount to the Russian firm, and there was undue delay cost. Undue delay, in fact, could have cost the country. And why would UPA miscalculate the late penalty? Some benefit to the Russian firm?
Well, Sakal, I'll just quote from this particular document that we have essentially accessed, and I'm quoting from here, which says that undue benefit to a foreign firm. The foreign firm here in question is the Russian firm that was basically that they had brought in primarily to get 23mm cartridges. Now, what is written here as per the CAG report, it says that the omission on the part of the Ministry of Defense to clearly incorporate the condition of liquidated damages in the supplement resulted in non-recovery of liquidated damages of over $1 million for more than 10 years. Now, this is exactly what the CAG's report has to say with regards to the deal, or rather the contract that was basically signed in October 2005 with this particular Russian company, and that was for the supply of armament and military equipment. Now, the question here is that when there is a delay, whether at all this was flagged off by the Ministry of Defense, and what action essentially was taken? Why was there a delay in the first place? Because remember, as per the contract, what is clearly mentioned is that the supplier is at fault if the delivery is not done on time. And if the delivery is not done on time, what is also very important is that they have to pay the penalty. Now, the fact here is that there is a disputed claim as far as this particular contract of 23 cartridges are concerned. This disputed claim with the Ministry of Defense, the supplier here, the Russian company, has raised a concern saying that they are not going to pay the money because they believe that as per the contract, there is no reason why they should be paying the amount that has been raised now by the Ministry of Defense. But clearly, there is something that is amiss right now with regards to this particular contract. And how does the ministry essentially respond? Why is it that over 10 years, we're talking about when the UPA was essentially in power, they essentially overlooked the very contract that was signed by them. And the fact here is that the country has actually lost money. This is what the CAG report essentially suggests.
But can a ruling government, Shravan, actually afford to exhibit administrative tardiness when it comes to crucial defense deal, when it comes to national security? As pointed out in the CAG report, Shravan, elaborate on the tender manipulation bit for the benefit of our viewers to understand the nitty-gritties as observed by the CAG in its report. Shravan.
Now, Sakal, what you're essentially referring to is the Boeing contract that was basically signed by the UPA government. This is the report that has been prepared by the CAG with regards to the Navy deal. The Navy deal is with regards to Boeing. What we are given to understand and what we are picking up from this particular report is at a multiple level, there is a problem with this particular contract that has been signed with Boeing. What is certainly a huge cause of concern, and I'm once again quoting from this particular report, where they've gone basically into details with regards to the safety and the inspection of this particular reconnaissance aircraft. What they're talking about is that this entire aircraft, the tracking of the aircraft could be done on a commercial website. Now, when you're talking about a commercial website, there are multiple websites which are now out in the market which helps you to track the flight routes. Now, with regards to these reconnaissance flight, remember the Navy has been using this extensively. What they are essentially doing is that they're keeping a look on Pakistani as well as Chinese vessels that are doing the rounds. These particular surveillance aircrafts do help the Navy to basically pick up any sort of input or, for that matter, carry on with their reconnaissance. Now, the fact here is that when the movement of these aircrafts do take place, these commercial websites are basically taking in the data. They are also keeping this particular data, and that is the reason why the CAG essentially says that this is a massive security breach.
So did UPA actually compromise national security as pointed out by Comptroller and Auditor General's report? Actually, did UPA allow Russian firms to loot India because the numbers involved are whopping? We're going to thank Shravan here. Thank you very much, Shravan, for breaking this story first and exclusive on Republic TV. A short breather here. We'll be back with more.